Well, here I am, and it gives me great pleasure to introduce you this crash program of CSAT 2020. So this is what we are about right now. So this is the crash program CSAT which we are starting shortly, right? So the details will be given in the website and in the description box as well. But before that, as you all know, that we all are affected by this by this COVID situation. So my suggestion to you will be that keep your chin up. Don't let your motivation go down by these small things. You must be hearing lots of success stories in all the civil services examinations, and this should be ample motivation for you to prepare much more hard for this very tedious examination. To me, one of the hardest examinations that you can ever think of, because it takes a lot of time of your preparation. Now this CSAT, as you all know, is a small cog in the wheel, but it has to be qualified for to be eligible for the selection in the next stage, right? So we should be doing a small crash program on CSAT. As you know, the exam date is nearing by, so it will not be feasible to have a full-fledged program. But yes, in crash program the syllabus will not be crashed, but it should be much more intensive. The delivery will be much more intensive as compared to the normal program that we all know, right? So before we start, this is a very small introductory session for you. Right now you should know what are the sections of CSAT that we are capable that we should do. There are basically three sections. They can divide into 7 or 8 subsections, and they can give number of names to that, but basically this will be divided into three sections: basic numeracy, and basic numeracy, followed by this reasoning and comprehension. Clear? So what is this basic numeracy all about? Okay, now basic numeracy concerns mainly the maths part, which we call this maths part. So this will be all class 10 till class 10 maths, right? So all the mathematical part will be covered in the basic numeracy section. Okay, then the reasoning section, the reasoning, which means the common logical framework, which is not maths, right? But but one which involves mathematical thinking is known as reasoning section, right? So mathematical thinking and math. So basically you'll say that out of these three sections, two sections are basically mathematical in nature, right? And this section, the third section, is the comprehension section, which will be of such a form that there will be questions on a passage. A passage will be given, and from which you will be asked questions on that. Okay, so we'll have a session on that as well, right? So these are the broad three sections. Now before we start, we should know about the distribution of CSAT over the last 5 years, right? We should also know what we are doing, because and what has been the history till now. Now, as you see over the years, now the proportion of maths, as you see over the year, proportion of maths has increased from 18 questions here to 32 questions in 2019. So 18, then 28, then it was static at 28, then it again became 18, and last year it was 32 questions. Okay, so this was a rough cut distribution of CSAT maths part. In reasoning, if you see, reasoning is 28 questions, then 25, then 22, so it was decreasing, then 16, then 18. Okay, and comprehension section, it has remained static, so 30, 27, 30, 26 and 30. So number of questions have been 30 questions on an average. So if you have an average, if you do a round of calculation over here, so if you see the average number of questions in maths over the last 5 years, it comes out to be 56, 74, 92, 132 is 124. So roughly you will say 25 questions on an average for maths. Okay, now if you see this distribution, 53, 75, 91 and 109, so roughly 22 questions in the reasoning section, and in the comprehension section you will have around 28 to 29 questions, right? and it will be plus or minus on these things. So if you add this one, and data interpretation, which is also a part of maths, it had its maximum weightage in the 2018 paper when it had 14 questions. Okay, in the last year it had a mix of maths and data interpretation questions. Okay, so if you count this as well as a part of maths, then the weightage of maths increases much more. So it comes out to be around 31 to 32 questions, right? So, and the comprehension section remains static at 27-28. Reasoning varies accordingly, but around it hovers around a 23-24 question mark. Okay, so this is the rough cut distribution of questions in the CSAT paper, right? So as we know, 80 questions, 150 minutes is the time duration, 200 marks is the question. It's 200 marks, 150 minutes is the, right? So this is the rough cut paper distribution of CSAT, and this has been the trend for the last 5 years. You should know this, because what you are starting, you should have an idea at what has been the history of this paper. Okay, now this, you see the total course duration right now, it will be 25 hours, right? 25 hours will be the course duration. It will be absolutely free for all the students, and you all are welcome to join this course. It will be free for all the students for you, and this 25 years will be intensive, so you have to have ample amount of energy to sustain these 25 hours. Okay, now in case of basic numeracy, which I normally told you as the mathematical section of maths, the syllabus is mainly up till the class 10th standard, okay, with 1 or 2 topics from the class 12 maths, but mainly the topics will be from the class 10 section. Okay, now arithmetic, it concerns mainly the this has the maximum weightage in the CSAT paper, maths paper, right? So numbers and its properties, percentage and its applications, ratios and averages, alligation, time and work, and time and speed, right? There might be odd questions. I will not say there will be, but there has been questions on geometry as well, a little bit geometry, and a little bit questions on trigonometry as well. So you might expect these questions. So don't worry, we will cover these areas as well in the crash program. Okay, in the modern math section, these 3 topics constitute the modern maths: the permutation, combination, probability, and set theory. These are the 3 topics in the modern math section. Now these topics are not from class 10, but they are from the class 11 and class 12 maths. So these topics can be asked. This permutation, combination has been a constant feature in all the CSAT examinations since the time it started. Okay, so this has been a regular feature. And set theory, as we all know, it's set theory and Venn diagram. This is a part of maths as well as a part of reasoning section as well. So this is a very important section which we should do in the modern maths section. These 3 topics constitute the modern maths. As I told you, the third subdivision in this section is the 3D mensuration part. So this has to be clubbed with the geometry and trigonometry. So when we take this session, this 3D mensuration will combine with geometry and trigonometry. So this will be a combined session. Now regarding the data interpretation part, as you all see in my distribution which I just told you, the weightage of data interpretation has been decreasing, right? That does not mean it has got no importance. It has its importance, and as a future civil services officer, you should be very well aware of the importance of data in all your future endeavors, in all your work. So this section cannot be neglected, even if it has only 14 questions last year, right? So this section will be taken, will be given ample weightage, in spite of the fact that it had got no questions in 2019, but yes, it will be taken up. Okay, so these are the 4 broad areas of basic numeracy which we commonly call this as the math section. When we go to the reasoning section, I divided the reasoning into 2 parts: the conventional reasoning and the logical reasoning. Okay, now conventional reasoning is the questions mainly on the series, which means the next term of a series is given. The series can be alphabetical, numerical, or a combination of both. The next term, the missing term, right, or the terms in the middle. Which will be the terms in the middle? This question can be asked. Okay, these are the questions in the series part. Now coding decoding, the coding decoding part, which you all know, is a it's a very old phenomena of coding decoding. You code something and then you decode that information into some other information. So this is the coding decoding part. Then blood relation, which means there can be caselets, there can be single question. A caselet means a set of 2 or 3 questions. So caselets as well as single question will be on blood relations. Blood relation means what father, mother, sister, brother and uncle and aunt and all these things will be dealt with within this the blood relation section. Now direction is a very important part. You walk north, then you walk south, then you walk east, and then you walk 15 meters east and then north and whatever, and then questions on shadows will be coming in the direction section. So all these will be taken up in the direction part. Now non-verbal reasoning are basically figure-based reasoning. Now I've been seeing a constant decrease in the number of questions in figure-based reasoning, right? So in 2000, from if I consider from 2011 and 12 till 2017, this was one phase. Lots of figure-based questions were coming, but for the last 2-3 years, I mean stray questions, not even one question came in last year, but 1 or 2 questions come. So our stress will be less on this part. Okay, now this is the most important section in the reasoning part. Okay, so this has to be given maximum importance in the reasoning section. So logical reasoning consisting of puzzles, sitting arrangements, data sufficiency. Puzzles means arrangement of people according to lectures, according to people coming to an office, going to an office, according to persons sitting in a circle, according to persons sitting in a square, right? All these kind of questions constitute the logical reasoning part. And in the same breath I may add the data sufficiency section. Now data sufficiency section is a combination of reasoning as well as maths. So when you learn this section, you will become much more enlightened about logic part, right? So data sufficiency is a combination of reasoning and maths. So we'll touch maths question as well as reasoning question when we touch the topic of data sufficiency. That's why I've kept this topic at the last part, so that our this part and our maths part is complete. Then only we'll touch the data sufficiency part. So this we'll discuss when we discuss this topic. Okay, now then we consider the comprehension section. Now comprehension section, now this comprehension section has been divided into long passages, short passages and very short passages. Now depending on the number of words and the number of questions coming, I have had this subdivision. Okay, so long passages means around say 300 words passage, right, consisting of a minimum of 3 to 4 questions. Okay, now short passages has to be between 100 to 300, say 100 to 300 words, right? It can be a set of 3 questions, it can be a set of 1 question as well. Okay, so you never know, right? In some short passages, what they do, when they become smart, the passages, the difficulty level of the passage is increased and the passage is short, but they can give you 3 or 4 or 5 questions as well. As has been the norm till now in comprehension section, not more than 4 questions are coming in each of the passages for a long passage. Right? For a short passage, it can be 3 questions, it can be 1 question. Okay, and for a very short passage of say 75 words, this definite that it will be only 1 question in that. In addition to this, I forgot to write, there's one very important section which is the critical reasoning, right? So critical reasoning consisting of a very important topic which is syllogism. This will also be taken up in the comprehension section. Although syllogism is a part of reasoning section, but we'll attack it from the part of comprehension section as well. So this is also, you can say, a mathematical topic. So these are the 4 areas in the comprehension section. So this is the rough cut distribution of CSAT course which we are going to launch shortly. Enjoy the course and enjoy the learning while doing this course. Thank you so much, and till we start the course, happy learning. Thank you so much. We will do more, or will discuss more about these things when we actually encounter these topics around when we start the course. Thank you so much and happy learning. Thank you.